Alright guys, so this is going to be just a basic video, and like I said, this is for some people have asked me for just basic maintenance videos, and I'm going to do them and put them in a different playlist because everybody has a starting point where they need to learn and, you know, are looking for easy, simple, you know, instructions to basically go through it. So this video is a basic oil change. And this goes for almost just about any car. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of differences, and especially if you're getting like exotic cars, it's nuts trying to change oil and different stuff. But for your basic car, or at least definitely basic Honda, this is going to be an oil change. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a 17 millimeter wrench. That's going to be for the nut that holds on the oil pan that holds the oil in. I would definitely recommend replacing the crush washer so you don't end up leaking. Take the old one off, replace the new one. You're going to need an oil filter. Now, this is a cheaper oil filter. Normally, I use OEM Honda oil filters, but this came with the... So, this oil filter here is STP. Normally, the oil filter they actually give you is a little bit bigger. It's a different part number, so I think they gave me the wrong one, but the seal does fit around. So, I'll be using it. Like, again, this is my beater CRV. It's going to do fine. I've had to use that type of filter before. I bought just some standard motor oil from O'Reilly's 5W30. It's not high mileage. It's not synthetic. Like I said, again, this is my beater CRV, so I would be using better oil and those. And I also got some Marvel Mystery Oil, which is an oil enhancer and fuel treatment. It definitely helps. In older motors, stuff like this, like engine restore things, it does help. Believe it or not, especially if you're got lower compression or you know, just your motor's worn down. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a revive, put that in there, run it through one cycle, and you know, we'll see where it goes. So you're basically, that's all you're going to need. And you may need an oil filter wrench if you can't get the oil filter off. And you're going to need a drain, you know, catch can. Start by getting off your oil cap. Definitely allows a little bit better airflow in there, the way the oil comes out. And I will show you guys, you know, here's your jack point right here on your CRV. You got a CRV, you're going to want to jack up right here. You're going to want to use your jack, whatever jack you have of choice. And you're going to want to put your jack stands right on there. See those 2 points? Those 2 points right there are your jack points. So you're going to want to put those in there and set your jack stands up. And then this is going to be tough to see because I just don't have a lot of light. But right past here, right above the axle, is your oil filter. And I don't have an extra light right here at the moment, but you'll see it. Trust me, with my eyes, I can see it right now on camera. It's a little bit different. So you're going to start with your 17 millimeter nut right here. And it's important, do not over tighten this when it comes time to tighten it. So many people have over tightened their oil pans, including me when I was younger, and strip their oil pan, and trust me on that, that sucks. You don't want to do that. And grab some rags is a good idea. Grab rags, paper towels, something. And yeah, that oil is black. It's been in there for 5 years. It's been sitting. So yeah, I will get that oil filter off, and we'll come back here in a minute. Alright guys, so old oil filter's off, like I said. Luckily, I didn't need the oil filter wrench, but it's right up in there, right behind that axle. The axle shaft that connects into the transmission. The half shaft, I believe, is what they call that. So, what you want to basically do here is, if you look, this can be a pain in the ass sometimes to get off. When you're getting off the old... Let's see if I can get it right there, because I got the oil pen from it. The crush washer, you see I put the new one on. The old crush washer sometimes can be stuck on, so the best thing to do is to get a little flathead screwdriver, just kind of, and a hammer, and to easily tap around it and loosen it out. And then I took a set of pliers and I just twisted it slowly around, over and over, and then it just, you know, twisted right up the threads. That way you don't damage any threads, no issues, and you can slide the new crush washer right on. So once you slide that new crush washer on, you're gonna take your 17 millimeter, and you're gonna. I don't have the torque specs. Forgive me for that. I'm so used to doing this after so long. I just get a little snug, and then bam, give it another quarter turn, and it's good to go. but there is torque specs for the oil pan nut if you need them. You can look them up. Just search it right on Google, you'll find it. You want to wipe all the old oil off that came from the oil filter. It's going to leak down. It makes a damn mess. It's annoying as hell. And of course this one's really dirty because, like I said, it's been sitting in the field for 5 years. So after I get through it a little bit, it'll be a little bit cleaner. But yeah, you want to wipe all that down. You're gonna want to move your oil around. And then I still have some dripping a little bit from the oil filter. Get your new oil filter. Let's see if I can get this here. One trick you want to do here is I can't do this with two hands, so there you go, guys. You want to take a little bit of that old oil, dip your finger, and get it on the seal. So see here? Of course, the wind blows it over. Sorry about that, guys. This is why doing this stuff with the phone is a pain in the ass without a clip to hold it right now. Plus, it's a really windy day, cold day. So just get a little bit on that oil filter. This will help your seal not to stick so bad, because you can get it to where it sticks so bad that even I've had to put a screwdriver and a hammer screwdriver through just to get it off, and that's not fun. So you want to get your new one back on, twist it on there. Again, you want to get this snug too. Don't over torque it or you'll regret it later, but don't under torque it or you'll regret that too. So let me move this out of the way, clean up some of this oil. Let's see. Now that we got a clean blue filter, let's see if I can get it where you guys can see it a little bit better. Maybe not. Nah, you're not gonna be able to see it. Like I said, you'll see it when you're under there. All right, so I got that done. Oil filter done. So we're done underneath the car. I want to move my tools and my stuff out of the way. Wipe up any mess you got going on. I'll have to clean it up a little bit more. Old oil you recycle. And you're going to come up here. Alright, so normally this is about 4.5 quarts that go in here. 4.5 to 5. It says 4.5 quarts. I believe in the manual. I'd have to double check the exact amount. But it's close to that. But with different type of oil filters, different things, I would always say go about 4 or at least 1 quart away from whatever you are in your vehicle. Fill it and then give it a second, let it sit, get it off the jack stand, set it on the ground, start it, turn it off, and then let it sit for a few seconds, about a minute maybe, and then double check it. It's the best thing I could recommend. Because you've got to kind of feel it out and check out the dipstick to make sure you're dead on. Because overfilling your oil, you're going to blow some gaskets because it's going to try to seep out of anywhere it can. If it's just too full and the pump is pumping too much, I mean, you will start blowing seals. And then, of course, if you're under your amount of oil, that's going to lead to some starvation in your motor, and you don't want that. Lots of problems come from that. So, yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to see it on the camera very well. So we're down to almost the last quart. So like I said, I'm going to 4. I also did put that Marvel Mystery Oil in there, and that's really close. I put a little bit of that Marvel Mystery. You don't want to put the whole thing. And boom, there we go. So we're going to leave it there. I'll come back. And I got some other things to do, but I'll come back to you guys and show you once it's on the ground when we top it off and check it out.